Hello, fight fans. I'm here again. It's Ray from Split Decision Boxing. I'm going to talk about. Well, I use the term boxing loosely, to be honest, and I don't even know why I'm giving it the time of day because it's well documented what my thoughts are on these crossover fights, as they started calling them now, crossover fights, non-fights, as I call them. YouTube wannabes wanting to get their 5 minutes of fame, and of course, who can blame them? That's why we all do YouTube videos. That's why I do mine. But let's talk about KSI and Tommy Fury, which was on Saturday. It's well documented now that Tommy Fury got the decision. Got majority decision. I didn't watch the fight live because I refused to out of principle. I did watch it the next day on YouTube. And, well, the two things that come out of that for me. Number one, Tommy Fury, give it up. Give it up. You ain't never going to be a boxer all the time. You've got a hole in your backside, mate. You were the professional fighter out there. And you lost. You got the decision, but you lost. You know you lost. You know you lost, right? That was an awful, awful performance from someone who's supposed to be a professional fighter, from a fighting family. You've disgraced the Fury name in you know, in my opinion. In the name of what? And do you reckon you're going on from here? You calling out Conor McGregor now? 1 minute in the same sentence, you said I'm done with these crossover fights. Yeah, and then you're calling out Conor McGregor. What's wrong with you? Are you missing something up here, right? I thought you were the intelligent one out of the family. But anyway, you have no career. You have no future in boxing, my friend. So if you want to continue to make money out of the sport illegitimately, because you're not warranted, you're not worth the money that you're getting paid for these fights. So any money you do make and have made up to this point is illegitimate money. And anyone who pays per view to watch you fight, well, they must need their head tested. They've probably got more money than sense, to be honest. But if you want to continue in this sport and continue to make money out of this sport, I would suggest that your only way forward is with these crossover fights. And I don't think it'll be too long before you get caught out in them, and you'll lose. Not that it makes a lot of difference, to be honest, because even if you lose, as we've seen with KSI and Logan Paul, and you still have a career in it because it's a non-bona fide sport, isn't it? It's not like the real game of boxing. It's not like the real sport of boxing where if you lose, you slip down the rankings and you struggle. You know, it could be the end of your career. What you're in is show business. What real fighters are in is a sport, a life and death situation, sport, to put food on their tables, you know? Just awful. Let's move across now and let's talk about KSI. What the was that? What was all this jumping up and down, flapping your arms around like you was like some inflatable dough off the beachfront. Which makes it even worse that Tommy Fury couldn't just spark you out. Because I'm pretty certain that any half-decent fighter in front of you on Saturday night, when you're jumping up and down, flapping your arms up and down like an inflated penguin, should have sparked you out in the first round. Your arms were down, so you were easy to hit. You're bouncing up and down. You had no lateral movement. You had no guard up. You're not a fighter, KSI. Not by any stretch of the imagination. Out of the three of you that call yourself YouTube fighters, you, Logan and Jake, I would probably say Jake Paul's probably the nearest to a fighter. But none of you are fighters. And let me tell you, mate, that was embarrassing. It was embarrassing. I'm so glad I never paid any money to watch it. And I really, I've got to say this, I've said it on other videos. I know it brings in different people into the sport as spectators, introduces them to the sport of boxing, but it doesn't. It doesn't introduce them to the sport of boxing. It introduces them to some comic sport, not even sport. I'm not using the word sport. It introduces these people to some comic spectacle, which is more akin to wrestling, WWF, whatever it is. You want to be fighters? Be fighters. Lace up gloves, train properly, fight, get in the rankings, work your way from the bottom and try and work your way up. You won't last 5 minutes, and that includes Tommy Fury, by the way. Bottom of the pile, Tommy. You're bottom of the pile. What must Tyson think about you? What must John Fury, don't even start me on John Fury. God, if that was my dad, I'd be so embarrassed. The way he behaves, the way he tries to turn it into the John Fury show when it's actually somebody else's gig. The way oh my God, he's embarrassing. He's the sort of bloke you'd avoid in a pub, isn't he? Because he's going to kick off, and he's likely to hurt some innocent person, because that's the sort of bloke he comes across as. So anyway, there you go. I've got nothing more to say. I've done 8 minutes of talking bullshit, really, about a bullshit sport, which is a bullshit spectacle, should I say, which is what this crossover boxing is. And I'm done with it. I don't want to see it on my screens. I don't want to read about it. Fair play to these YouTubers for making lots of money. I don't begrudge them that. I don't make a single penny out of my YouTube videos because I don't do enough of them. I haven't got enough listeners, viewers. I would love to have more viewers, and I would love to make a little bit of an income out of it. And fair play to those who do. But don't do it and seriously expect people to believe that you are genuine fighters, because you're not. You're not. I don't know who's taking who for a ride here. Are you taking us for a ride, or are we taking ourselves for a ride? Maybe I should lace up the gloves and do a little bit myself and start calling out KSI. And I'm 60 years old. That'd be a spectacle, wouldn't it? 60-year-old man takes on KSI and beats him. Can you imagine that? Oh, well, there you go. 10 minutes. I'm going to do 10 minutes on this video, and that's all you're going to get. I'll quickly whack it up. Do me a favour, please. If you like this video and you agree with what I say, please subscribe. Please like. Please share. Give it a thumbs up. All the positive things. and like. And I'll see you on the next one. Take care, folks.